Let's get into it. Coach Colin here. What's going on, guys? Very interesting. Shout out to whoever sent me the video that I'm about to show you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm not remembering who you are. My bad. But one of you guys out there sent me a tip via a video from Nice C Social. Now, what I'm talking about is Hunter Kozak. Now, when I did the episode that was about Erika Kirk, the whole Erika Kirk, has a suspect in mind, and she was asked about Hunter Kozak, right? I just wanted to show you guys who Hunter Kozak is and why he seemed like such a um, odd character to be the one to ask the question and have that talk about firearms, and then Charlie gets shot, right? But then one of you gave me a tip and you showed me this video, and it's way, I don't want to say way worse, but it definitely is. It's way worse. What else can I say? It is. It is. Now, just hearing what Destiny has to say, it makes it way worse. I mean, just this little phone call alone, I can't wait to show it to you. Okay, just hang in there. It's going to be like a minute or two in. And then on top of that, there's been a development in regards to the Un-F America tour. Now, the Un-F America tour is something that Hunter Kozak was a part of. And we'll get into that near the end of the episode. And I had to make sure I wasn't going crazy, so I went back to my own episode. Anyway, I'll show you. There's been some developments here. They are trying to distance themselves from Hunter. It's a whole thing. Now, let's just jump in here, give you a little recap into what I'm talking about in regards to Erika Kirk, and then we'll jump into the rest of the information.
Looking at something so evil.
Charlie was answering a question about trans violence when he was murdered. Do you think that was a coincidence?
I don't believe in coincidences.
Do you think they've caught your husband's killer?
So, something I'm so grateful for is that we have one of the most incredible teams for this case. I would never wish it upon anybody to have to go through what we are going through. To have seen the autopsy report, to have seen the different evidence portions that have been collected, I trust our team.
There's other theories swirling around about.
I know, way too close to the camera, but you have to understand, I have a Patreon now, so consider subscribing to the Patreon. As you know, sometimes we get attacked by bigger accounts and it puts this channel in jeopardy. On Patreon, I'll be able to talk about things that I can't talk about here, and you'll have more of a link to me just in case, because like I said, they're going to figure out this whole Philadelphia thing that I've been rolling with the past few weeks. And if they do, you'll find me over there. Link in the description. So I noticed there also that she didn't actually say, yes, I think that we've caught the guy. She just said, oh, the team, and I've seen some evidence. And, she's saying, I trust our team. Now, I guess because we know what they are running with, it's the official narrative that if she's trusting the team, then she's trusting that Tyler is the person. We can make that assumption, but also she didn't just say that. Kind of weird, especially as they're going into a case where they want the case to be rock solid. Obviously, she's going to be on the side of that as well. And, for her to not answer the question straight up is a little weird, in my opinion. But that was the little recap that I wanted to give you guys in regards to Hunter Kozak. So she doesn't believe in coincidences. She doesn't expand on that. Jesse doesn't push, because this is definitely like Jesse's not holding, a whole bunch of questions that Erika hasn't seen before. Just straight up. And that's no knock on Erika at all. It's just, what do you think's going on here? He has these questions, and that's all he has. He doesn't get to do follow-ups or anything like that. You know what I mean? And also, I mean, let's just quickly comment on something here. I mean, listen, some of you guys are always talking about fake tears and whatnot when it comes to Erika. I will say, there must be some. She's going in the eye. You guys don't get it. No. Because the thing is, the tears, they start here. They start in the eye. So she's getting them before they come out. You guys don't get it. I won't condone the slander. All right? She's getting them before they come out. That's right. That's right. A lot of people don't like Erika. It's very interesting. Very interesting to see. A lot of people are like, she's acting. She's straight up acting. And I don't know. Maybe. But I mean, you would imagine you wouldn't have to act much if your husband got shot. I imagine you wouldn't have to act much. You'd already have that motivation to cry. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's move on. Just for that crowd of people. I just did that for that crowd of people who aren't believing in Erika much, Let's jump over here really quick. This is Hunter Kozak. I didn't see this either. This was him before he even got to start talking to Charlie.
Is this okay? If you're playing along at home, this is Hunter Kozak right here. Look how nervous that guy looks. He looks like a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. This guy is swaying. Look at him. Does that guy look like he's innocent? I don't know. Maybe he is. I'm not saying he's guilty. Not saying anyone should contact him, harass him, or otherwise, any of these people. But I'm just saying, if I knew that I was about to ask a question and somebody was going to lose their head over it, I might be nervous like this guy. And maybe some people just don't like public speaking, but I don't get that impression from him. Is this okay? If you're playing along at home, this is Hunter Kozak.
Now that voice is Baron Coleman, the infamous Google trend searcher, who unveiled a whole bunch of information through Google Trends. But he is right. He is correct. This is a very nervous person, very, very nervous person. And like Baron, I'm not saying here's what I am saying. It turns out that they are looking into other people being involved. I didn't realize that. Well, I kind of did, but not as many as I thought. I thought they were maybe looking into 3 other people, Lance, maybe a couple other people, something like that. But it turns out they're looking into way more. Now, I also have to show you this. This is Destiny. And hearing some of the things that he said. And also this phone call that happens. So suspect. Listen to this.
Politically.
Okay, first off, what was that? What was that? What was that? He was making seal sounds so somebody could feed him a thing. What? Anyway, let's keep going.
Destiny is on the far left, and he often voices his disdain for conservatives.
Don't give a fuck about anybody that winds up at any of these rallies and gets shot or whatever the fuck, okay? Because they had no problem making fun of Paul Pelosi. The entire world would be better off if these people were permanently removed from these platforms. Like, there is no downside and only upside to see people like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Tim Pool never be allowed to publicly broadcast their opinions ever again.
I'm ready for the great cleansing, dude.
Cleansing?
The cleansing.
What cleansing?
When we genocide conservatives in this country.
Are you gonna be on the streets with your?
Maybe. I gotta go back to Nebraska and grab it.
You genuinely do hate conservatives.
Do you see how crazy that was? He's actually talking about a cleansing. Do you know how wild that is? To say? And not even to say like comedically, like, hey. He's just saying it like he's just Like he's serious.
Don't you?
Very much so. Like I've moved full on to like the political violence level or the real violence level when it comes to conservative people. Yeah, I think they need to be like excised from my fucking country. I think they are demonstrably fucking evil people by any moral system that most people would use.
So that's just a small glimpse of the degenerate.
How wild is that to say? And he's talking about half the country. It's not like he's just talking about the commentators and whatnot. He's talking about and you know, I'll say half. Let's just go by votes. He's talking about 78 million people. He thinks they need to be removed. Like, what kind of guy is this? Right? And I already knew that I didn't know he was on this level where he's like, oh, no, yeah, political violence. Like, I didn't know he was on that level already. But to hear that come from somebody and to know that that person has a huge following. He has a very big following. Not super big, but pretty big following. To hear that from him is just wild. Now keep listening.
Destiny, for those of you who are not familiar with him, and as of the making of this video, Destiny has been demonetized on I think pretty much everywhere, like YouTube, Kick, everywhere that he creates content, he's been demonetized for his comments pertaining to the Charlie Kirk situation. Now, Destiny often streams for hours at a time, often streaming for upwards of 12 hours, and it just so happened that he was live streaming when the clip of Charlie Kirk getting shot started circulating online. Shortly after this, he starts talking about it to his audience, and someone called in to his live stream. Here's the clip.
Well, what's up? I'm streaming, by the way.
Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like, dude, Charlie's gonna be fucking dead.
I'm pretty sure he's already dead. Yeah.
Dude, we're fucked. We are so fucked.
By we, you mean we as a country right now, the United States and the current.
Like that, the party, but like mostly
Also,
like.
yes,
like
wait.
probably
I think that we're super fucked. I agree. Hold on, wait. I'll text you on Discord. I just don't want to say anything crazy that's gonna ruin our.
So, the person.
Do you know how crazy that sounds? This girl called in like as if she knew the person that did it. She called in and said, "We are effed." When it comes to Charlie Kirk. Now, explain that to me. These guys are a part of the Un-F America tour, right? They're all very left-leaning. They have no connection, real connection, emotional or even alike towards Charlie Kirk whatsoever. And then when they find out he's passed away, or when this woman finds out he's passed away, she first off calls Destiny. Make sure to call him first. He's one of the top creators when it comes to the Un-F America tour. And basically they just go around trying to debate Charlie Kirk. They try to get in where they can get in, debate him wherever they can debate him. And pretty much they're trying to like own him kind of thing, you know? Never works, by the way. And they're saying they're effed when they find out he's gone. And she's about to explain. She's like, yeah, as a country, but also, and she's about to explain in what way she means. And he cuts her off, hangs up on her, and then says, I'll message you. The fact that it hasn't become news that he is like in custody or being questioned is so wild to me. Is that not something that they should at least look into? I'm not saying they should, I'm not saying lock him up or anything. I'm saying at least say, hey, we have to see the message that you sent afterwards. Is that not, am I crazy for that? Absolutely ridiculous. But there's more. Let's keep going. Let's switch back.
Here's the clip.
Well,
play it again.
I'm
Let's go again.
Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like, dude, Charlie's gonna be fucking dead.
I'm pretty sure he's already dead. Yeah.
Dude, we're fucked. We are so fucked.
By we, you mean we as a country right now, the United States and the current.
Like that, the party, but like mostly
Also,
like.
yes,
like
wait.
probably
I think that we're super fucked. I agree. Hold on, wait. I'll text you on Discord. I just don't want to say anything crazy that's gonna ruin our shit.
So, the person who called him was freaking out and said, quote, we are f***ed.
Dude, we're
almost sounding like some consciousness of guilt. And Destiny quickly cuts them off and hangs up before they can say anything else incriminating. It turns out the person Destiny was talking to is someone named Z. Cohen Sanchez. Now, who is Z? In November of 2024, so just under a year ago, Z founded an organization.
Z Sanchez. Ignore that other name they said. Z Sanchez. Just ignore that. Ignore that second name they said. If you're a good person, you'll ignore that other name they said. Don't you dare. Don't. Let's keep going.
Organization called National Ground Game, or NGG for short. And this organization has received tons of money from Act Blue. So Z founded NGG, and she also founded the Unfuck America Tour, and the Unfuck America Tour was being funded by NGG. So Z founded.
Okay, she just says the F word too many times. I've become such a parent. I hear the F word too many times, and I'm just like, oh, young lady, please. Anyway, let's jump over to the next clip. There's another clip. Now, I didn't realize that this was happening, okay? This is a little clip that she has of Josh Hawley talking with Kash Patel. Josh Hawley is a senator, I believe, or congressman, but either way, he is questioning Kash Patel in their investigation of Tyler Robinson and possible accessories.
I has said they are investigating a Discord server with a large number of individuals on it who may have had knowledge of or encouraged the attack on Charlie.
Reports have suggested that the FBI is investigating a broader network of groups that may have had some knowledge of the shooter's plans. Can you give us any details on that, following up what you already said in public? How's the FBI working to find other potential accomplices, folks who may have known about the shooter's plans, folks who may have encouraged him? Any update on any of that?
So in terms of what we do for an interrogation perspective, we go and reach out to the family and community immediately. And we've conducted those investigations and interrogations with local law enforcement, and we're continuing to do that because those closest to the suspect are going to hopefully know the most about the suspect and his beliefs and his ideology. On top of that, unfortunately, it has been leaked that there was a Discord chat, and for those unfamiliar with it, it's a gaming chat room online that the suspect participated in. So what we're doing, we've already done, is sort of legal process, not just on Discord, so that the information we gathered is sustained and held in a evidentiary posture that we could use in prosecution should it be decided to do so. And we're also going to be investigating anyone and everyone involved in that Discord chat.
Okay, very good. I see the public reports that the Discord thread had as many as 20 additional users. It sounds like you're trying to run down all of that to see if that's accurate, who else may have been on that thread, what they may have known. Is that fair to say?
It's a lot more than that, and we're running them all down.
It's a lot more than 20?
Yes, sir.
And you're running all of that together?
Every single one.
Yeah, fantastic.
Something else that I want to bring.
Wow. So a lot more than 20. That's wild. A lot more than 20. And it's funny because in that clip with Destiny, he is talking about, hey, I'll message you on Discord. You know, you don't want anybody canceled or anything. I can't stress enough. That if they did look into Destiny, I mean, just couldn't happen to a better person, you know? Just a perfect person to do that with. I mean, if you just really got to look into that guy. And I mean, like I said, there's a lawsuit pending right now with this guy. I mean, it's just wild. Let me see what else Nisi has to say here.
To your guys' attention is another organization that is being investigated by the FBI.
Oh, there's another organization, and this organization is a Salt Lake City organization, and it's tied to the alphabet community that we will not name here because there's just too many letters, you know? There's just too many of them. I think they're up to like 10 letters now. It's a bit much. And apparently they are being looked into as well. And a very telling thing happened with them. They turned all their social media private, and what they didn't turn private, they deleted. So there's that. And they're all about firearms and stuff, which is, you know, pretty telling. But I had to move on. I wanted to move on to this, right? Check out this website. check out the website. Now, for those of you that have been watching all my episodes, you remember me going through this. You remember me showing you guys Destiny here, you know? Oh, man. Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II. Oh, the first. The first must be so disappointed, you know? Amy Zielmer. Was that the girl? Was that the same girl? No, it's a different girl, definitely. So I'm going through it, and I'm like, there's Andrew. I'm like, Brian Shapiro. Huh. It's not just the name. It's the fact that I was just doing episodes on Ben Shapiro, and I'm just like, bleh. But anyway, I'm looking for Hunter. Hunter is no longer here. He is not on. They don't have another page of creators. They have taken Hunter off of their website. They are now distancing themselves from Hunter Kozak. This only happened after Erika Kirk said what she said. I made my video. I assume a bunch of other people made videos as well. And then they decided that we have to distance ourselves from Hunter Kozak. That, in my opinion, is very, very telling. And again, I just had to make sure. I had to pull up my own video because I was like, hold on a second. And you can check that video out there. She suspects a potential accomplice. And I had to just see. I'm like, was I crazy? Or was he on this website? I put this video out a day ago. And this guy is the head of this. That is who Hunter works alongside when it comes to this whole thing. Is Hunter still here? Or did they have enough sanity to take Hunter away? I'm sure Hunter would have been like, guys, please. Nope. Hunter's still there. There he is. There he is. He was just there a day ago. They got rid of him right away. They were just like, we got to distance ourselves from this guy. Very telling stuff, I have to say. I mean, the fact that, and again, it's Kash Patel, right? So Kash Patel's like, we're going to run them all down. We're definitely running all down. There's more than 20 of them. You have to understand there's like 50 people. And then the next thing you know, Dan Bongino walks up and he has his eyes all wide. And he's like, there was at least 5 people that we're looking into. And it's like, hold on. And I thought there was more than 50. And he's going to be like, oh, just give me 1 second. I got to go look at Pam's desk. And Pam's going to be like, it's on my desk. There's more than 1,000 people we're looking into. And then the next week, they're all just going to be like, we never said that. I never said anything like that. It's exactly. So he might do that. But they are saying that they're looking into some people. The people they're looking into, I would be shocked if it wasn't guys like Hunter, guys like Destiny. I would be shocked if it wasn't, obviously whoever Tyler was talking to. But here's the thing. He might have been talking to maybe not Destiny himself. Like Destiny's like, hey, you got to cleanse, buddy. I'm not saying that was happening or anything like that. But there are these very radical discords that you could get into. And Tyler was big into Discord. So was his lover, Lance. They were both really big into Discord. They spent a lot of time on Discord. So who knows who they were bumping into? Obviously, these people, Hunter, Destiny, all those types, they were also on Discord. So were they intersecting at some time? So we're seeing that Tyler got really into left-wing ideology, they said. That's what they were claiming. And I don't know if that's true because I don't know Tyler. We don't know Tyler. But if he was, and he's a normal person like the rest of us, he would have been on YouTube. And who would he be watching on YouTube if that was the way he started to lean? He'd be watching someone like Destiny. And if you're watching Destiny, you usually jump inside the Discord. I know when it comes to like Asmund, I don't jump in the Discord, but I jump in any community that I can be a part of. For sure. Why not? I don't know. I jumped into the Joe Rogan Reddit thread. subreddit, and it's a bunch of people that hate Joe Rogan. So I was like, oh, okay, this is weird. This is a weird place, you know? It's very odd. It threw me for a loop. I was like, what is this? Nobody likes Joe here. So I'm still in it though. It's fun to see all the stuff they say. So yeah, very telling stuff. I don't know what this is going to develop into, but I just wanted to bring you guys that because again, when I first did the episode, I was like, oh, I'm just going to tell you guys about Hunter Kozak, you know? Just bring you some information about Hunter. And now all of a sudden he's not on the website anymore. You find out that Destiny's saying that he wanted to cleanse conservatives. That language, man. That is so like, he's just waiting for power. With that type of language, he's just waiting to get into power. Man, scary thought. And it's not even, I'm not even saying scary thought because of what side I lean to or anything. It's just him in general. You have that thought process, you know, they could sit back and be like, oh, Charlie's the worst thing ever. And Charlie's so bad. And Charlie this and Charlie that. They can say that all they want. Charlie never said people had to get cleansed. Charlie never said people had to go. Charlie never said anything like that. Ever. Never said anything like that. Let me play this last part here. This is an interesting part too. Oh, also, let me show you her page. Niece, I'm assuming this is how you say it, niece.social. And shout out to whoever told me about this video. I thank you so much. I'm going to look at my Instagram messages and I'll let you know that I shouted you out here.
Kirk. They're happy. That's why you know they haven't been on social media. But this year's event will be menaced by something called the Un-F America Tour, started by a group of progressive influencers and organizers, including the massively popular streamer Destiny.
This is the all roads lead to Rome thing, right? He can do the exact same behavior you said that Biden couldn't get away with doing.
They want to bring progressive debate to Kirk's doorstep. But first, they have to get in.
So Turning Point has cancelled all of Un-F America's credentials, and now they're trying to sneak in Destiny so he can debate inside here. Alright, see? So Destiny has made it inside the building, and we'll see how long he lasts.
And to counter.
I hate Charlie Kirk. I think he's actually a Satan spawn.
I think he's actually a Satan spawn. He said, I hate Charlie Kirk. I think he's actually a Satan spawn. It's so weird when people get like that. When they have, like, you're pursuing going after Charlie in order to debate him and you think that he's spreading hatred. And then in an effort to stop what he's doing, you're accusing him. You're using language and accusing him of being exactly what you've become. Because maybe you weren't like this before you ran into Turning Point and you saw Charlie and what he was doing. Maybe you grew into that as you grew more jealous, as you grew more radical. I don't know. But you become a monster at some point. And that's what's happened to this Destiny guy. And honestly, Hunter doesn't seem like it. And you know what? I should find that clip of Hunter as well. Hunter doesn't seem like it. At least I thought. But then all of a sudden you hear Hunter. You hear him talking like this. Listen to this.
Hunter Kozak.
Do you hate Charlie Kirk? I know I do. Charlie Kirk is currently poisoning the mind of every young American who can stand to look at his stupid face. And we're trying to do something about that. Charlie has something called the Student Action Summit in Tampa, Florida on July 11th. What a coincidence. That's where I'm going to be. This is me and a whole bunch of other creators on this page are going to try to unfuck the damage that Charlie Kirk has irreparably done to the country. If you want tickets, link here. So, Charlie Kirk, Bastion.
So, he has done damage. That's the claim. He's done damage to the country. And that's why you're going after him. And you know, I only bring this up because it's like he seems like a normal guy. Says he has a wife, says he has a kid, 2 kids. But then he gets to the point where his kid's in the hospital and he's like, well, you know what? I know the kid's in the hospital and I should be here, but also Charlie Kirk is damaging the country so much that I'm going to let's push this aside. I'm going to go over to the Turning Point conference and make sure to talk to Charlie Kirk. Honestly, could be on the way to becoming a monster. Honestly, man. You got to watch out for that. And, you know, for everybody watching, you got to watch out for that yourselves too. Let these people be a lesson. Don't let them just be something that you look at and you say, wow, like, and just disregard and say, wow, and just look at as deplorable or whatever, you know? Don't let it be that. Let it become a lesson where you're like, that's what can happen. Because that can happen to any of us. Any of us can become monster-like in the pursuit of exposing the monsters, you know, quote unquote. So you really got to watch out for that, honestly. Just wanted to bring you guys that. I am going to jump on Patreon right now. Like the rest of this episode is going to be on Patreon. That's what I should be saying. The rest of this is going to be on Patreon, where we're going to talk a little bit about what I actually think about all this. And I'm going to try and not become the same type of monsters that I've been showing you throughout this episode. I'm out of here.